Hello and welcome to Fendi Racing. I'm Jennings and today it's my pleasure to take you on a guide around the iconic Mount Panorama in Bathurst, Australia. As a local to the area, this track brings back some very special memories, but for now it's all about seeing how we can get this GT3 McLaren around here in one piece and as quickly as I can. We have ideal conditions with a cool dry track and 22 litres of fuel remaining. Tyres are up to temp after doing several laps already. I'll run through an onboard lap, then we'll slow it down for a bit of a look at some key areas. Let's go.
You have about 5 laps of fuel left.
Okay, so that was pretty good, but a lot of fun, I must say. So we'll take it back to just before the start, and we'll break it down a little bit, and yeah, we'll go see if we can't improve on some of the things that we're doing already. Over the start-finish line, coming up to Hill Corner, lap 1, which is one of the more crucial corners on the track. Look, every corner is crucial, but this one's got a particularly long uphill straight, so it's very important to get your braking marker right and get your turn in right, and also it's very important to use the entire circuit. So make sure you get nice and wide on exit and get that throttle on as early as you can. Braking just before the 50 metre mark, braking hard but turning in nice and smooth. Using all of the track, most important. But we're not going to spend too much time, otherwise we'll be here all day. But yeah, that's how I do that one. Coming up into the next corner, up into Griffins, you need to get over nice and far to the left hand side, and you'll see coming up that there's a driveway entrance to one of the properties on the left, just past the 100 metre board, about halfway between the 100 and the 50. Important to get as far over there as you can. That's roughly your braking marker, and we're turning in for a fairly late apex, so yeah, you want to get as much braking as you can, as late as you can, and we're looking at 3rd gear for the entry. Make sure you use all of the track on the left, get it nice and close to the wall, then back over to the wall on the right. This is quite a fast sector here. I'm just going to pause it again. You'll be braking uphill and to the left, so you need to carry in a fair bit of speed, as you can see. Still doing 190 odd kilometers an hour in fourth gear with slight amount of braking pressure, so I can start to get that car turned in. Going to be in nice and close to the wall on the left, and keep it really tight. So another key spot here, there's a bit of a bump over here on the right hand side. I may be even a little bit too close to where I should be, but it's not too terrible. Then we're going to move out to the left. From here on all the way to the top of the hill, the throttle should be flat. If you need to lift off, then you won't lose too much time, but if possible, keep that foot pinned and keep the steering as smooth as possible. All the way to the left. Get it nice and smooth. Follow it out. Now here is a very critical corner. Make sure you're nice and smooth to keep it off the wall. And this is the first place where you'll actually lift off, coming through the just past the sandpit there at Reed Park. You want to get the left hand wheel right up onto the ripple strip as you re-engage the throttle. Now, something very important here. Obviously we want to go from the left, but regardless of what you decide to do as far as gear selection across the top of the hill, whether it be 6th gear, 5th gear, or even necessarily 4th gear, or the next apex, which is ripple strip on the left hand side, just past this little corner in front of us, you need to be in 3rd gear. That is absolutely crucial. Once you get down to 3rd gear, then you can get into 2nd nice and quickly for the dipper. Otherwise, find yourself trying to recover and get in all sorts of trouble, and that's where you end up bouncing off the wall. We don't want to do that. Keep it nice and tight and be in 3rd gear before you hit this ripple strip on the left. It's there. Nice and tight through here. Pick up the throttle nice and early. And through here is something I do possibly a little bit differently. I like to use 4th gear, as you can see. Most people keep 3rd gear pinned. I find that in 4th you don't have as much compression lock when you lift off the throttle, which means you can carry a bit more floating speed into Forest Elbow, and with that sort of nice speed you can pick up a better exit and make sure that you get your throttle on nice and early. Allows you to get through there nice and quickly. And now, using all the track always, left hand side down here, keep that throttle pinned.
You have about 5 laps of fuel left.
Thanks, Jeff. As we pull into chase down here, we want to use as much track from the left as we can. Pull over nice and tight to the right, and then it's hard braking once you hit the 100 metre mark. I like to hold 3rd through here, keep it nice and smooth, but 2nd is completely fine. The McLaren is fairly low geared. Now this corner is quite a hard brake because we're waiting until fairly close, I'd say about the 60 metre mark. You get into about 85%, maybe 90% braking. Lay off the curb on the left is most important. And that is a lap around Mount Panorama, Bathurst, Australia. Thanks very much for watching, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.